Good evening, YouTube Model Railroader fans. I'm Ray. Vlog number 13. It's April the 7th, 2015. Got a couple things I'm going to work on tonight. First off, I actually found some parts from a fellow by the name of Oscar Pruitt for the 484. They finally came in actually last week. I haven't been able to get down here to work on the locomotive, but I do have the parts, if you can actually see them in the plastic here. So in a couple minutes I'm going to go ahead and we're going to work on that, and I'm also going to try and finish up on that transformer car that I had, that flat car that ended up, unfortunately, one of the eyelets, as you know, broke on me the last time. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to stop here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and bring the, try and make a little bit of a repair on that flat car here, and I'll show you what happens once I'm done. So I'm going to pause here for a second. We'll be right back. Well, the repair job didn't quite go according to plan here, but at least it works. So as you can see, those loops are really big on there now, and they really don't match the other side, but that's okay because eventually I'll go ahead and actually get the eyelets for this thing. I'm not really all that concerned about doing that at the moment. There's an extra little piece of wire there. So, but there's at least a transformer, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the other parts on there. So I'm going to step away for a second. We'll be right back. I realize the light's right in my face, but now I got the little guy on there. So the only thing that's left now is the rack of whatever pieces these are, and I'm going to put them on the end of the car, and I will show you what that looks like here in a minute. Moving right along. Woo! Finally, got it all back together and on the new car. Now, unfortunately, a couple things did happen with this. First off, I broke the smallest bit that I had, which kind of stunk, but it is what it is. When I was drilling into the car, I thought it was just plastic. Now, the weight is between, obviously, it's a flat car, the weight is between the deck and the frame. Iced tea again, sorry. I didn't realize is that it came up all the way up underneath up underneath here. So I went to pull it back out and it snapped the bit. So I had to go to the next size up to put the tie down hoops back in. So but the other thing that kind of happened, and of course thankfully you really can't tell, but I kind of broke the upper part of the flat car when I was trying to get the weight out of the way so I could drill in those holes. So anyway, it's back together. It doesn't look half bad. In fact, it looks better on this car than what it did on the big blue car, because if you all remember, a couple weeks back, this 6-wheeled or this 12-wheeled car is what this was originally on, and to be honest, I think it looks better on here. The only thing of it is this has got no road name or anything on it, so something else to play with. But anyway, you know, one of the things that I was looking at when I was doing this, though, is I guess I've gone off my father's old premise. Yeah, I could have waited and gotten the neat little eyelets and so on and so forth and glued them on and so on and so forth. The thing of it is when you're tight on funds, you have to make do with what you got. You know what I mean? Which is the reason why I don't have $400, $500, well, with the exception of the two Mantuas up there, I don't have real expensive locomotives. Speaking of locomotives, though, let me go ahead and pull down Mr. 484, and let's see what we can do with the gears. Now, I know you guys aren't going to be able to see a whole lot of this. I am going to go ahead and leave the camera run for this. Then That way I can bore the living heck out of you all. No, I'm only kidding. Sorry. You know what? Let me try something here a second. Pardon the movement. Hey, look at that. Of course, there again, you guys can't see me, but you know, that's not the point of this exercise. You're not supposed to be able to see me. Let's see, I need Phillips head screwdrivers here. So let's get the bottom of this thing apart real quick and see what happens when we replace the gear. I love working on this foam. This here was packing material from equipment that I used to ship out for the company I work for. I don't do that. I don't ship equipment out anymore, so I don't have that luxury of being able to get a hold of any more of this stuff. But it's not what I wanted. I need a flat blade because this here is actually, this screw over here, the screw hole is somewhat stripped. There isn't enough pressure there to pull it up. So I kind of have to finagle it manually. Like this, if I'm not mistaken, there it goes. I was going to say it should just pop right out of there. Alright. So, inside of this pair of wheels here is our bad boy. Got it. That, my friends, is the bad gear. And it was cracked on one of the two sides. I don't remember which one. I've got to cut out the gear. And Mr. Pruitt so kindly, well, I wouldn't say kindly, he actually had spare gears. And we get to see if this is actually going to, oh, nice snug fit. Nice. I just got to get the wheels, or at least that wheel, in the right position first. And by George, I think he's got it. So now, it's the only thing with these steam engines is getting the drive line lined back up sometimes, especially on this particular locomotive. Like I said, this is an old Bachmann. Of course, now I've got everybody straightened back out. Now we got to pull out the gauge. Look at that. He's in gauge. It looks like, for the most part. That one's engaged, that one's engaged, that one's engaged. Now, Mr. Pruitt actually sent me the parts to replace not only the gear, but also the other connectors, which are not geared. I just want to make sure that this thing is, it's not. Why is this thing not? Engage all the way across. It's engage. Now it's engage. Now it's engage. Now let's see what happens when we go and put this bad boy back together. Oh, come on. Oh, anyway. That white gear has been replaced. That's the new gear. Like I said, hopefully. Hey, there we go. There we go. Screw that one down. in. Put that screw back in. Let's see if we've got ourselves a runner again. Certainly would be nice. Power. Hey. I think it's time to go put somebody on the layout. Give me right back. We'll be right back. Well, it's running. Not very quietly, and I think I know why. I'm going to have to replace those other parts. The only thing I did was replace the gear. But it's running. So, that's a start. Back over here to my ugly mug. I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand. One of these days I'll figure this out. Wait a minute. I got to get out. Get that. There. Alright. Well, since I still haven't figured out how to do trailers on iMovies, you all know the deal. In the vlog 13, it's actually 10 o'clock. Can't believe I've been down here for 2 hours. But you all know the deal. I'm gonna go. Let me get out of the light here. You all know the deal. Wait for the highball. Green tracks ahead. We'll catch you next time.